question before the Rutherford County Board of Education tonight. The issue sparked by a lawsuit filed by a grandmother. News 2's Scott Frolick is following the debate live tonight. Scott?
Bob, the debate here was whether parents should be told before their kids are punished. I talked with my mom, who said she would have appreciated that because she wasn't.
It stinged.
Donnie Azevedo was paddled last month by his third grade teacher.
About right there.
And he didn't like it. Did you feel like it was the right thing for them to do?
No, because I told them that they got to call my mom first, and they didn't.
Donnie's mom was shocked that in most Tennessee schools, teachers can still hit kids. She moved here from California.
Corporal punishment is something that should be administered by a parent.
At tonight's Board of Education meeting, Donnie's mom told Rutherford's leading educators that what bothered her most is that the paddling was done without her being told.
I was never informed about it. I was never called about it.
Not telling parents first before their child is punished is allowed right now in Rutherford County, as it is in many districts across the state. Leaders here now will consider whether mom and dad should know first before their child is punished. It's a move fully supported by Donnie's mom.
There's still that line between educator and parent. Let us be the parent, you be the educator.
So do you spare the rod when you spoil the child? It's an ongoing debate, and it still is here in Rutherford County. We'll put it back to committee to decide later on. Reporting live in Rutherford County, Scott Frolick, News 2.
Thank you, Scott. News 2 wanted to know how other school districts handle corporal punishment. Here's what we found. Williamson County doesn't allow it. In Wilson County, principals, assistant principals, and teachers can administer corporal punishment when other methods of discipline fail. And Metro schools ended paddling 2 years ago. Well, speaking of discipline, our news partners at the City Paper report on a new program designed to help troubled students in Metro. New Beginnings works to remove repeatedly disruptive students from regular school.
Smyrna grandmother is suing Rutherford County for paddling her grandson too severely. The $75,000 suit has prompted school officials to re-examine their policy on corporal punishment. Channel 4's Miriam Nabazad joins us now, live with more.
Demetria, Tennessee law does allow for the use of corporal punishment. Now, it just leaves it up to the different localities to decide whether they want to use it or not. Rutherford County does take advantage of this law. How so? With this, a paddle. Not only do they allow the paddling of children, but they also don't even have to tell a parent when they're doing so.
I think they ought to have a paddle burn and burn them all.
Both parents and school board members had some strong opinions on whether paddling school children is okay.
The paddle was invented as a tool for beating slaves, was not invented for use on school children.
I think if it's done correctly, I don't think that there's necessarily a problem with it.
School board chairman Rick Wise also served as a principal for 20+ years.
I hate to take any kind of discipline ability away from a principal, although I would want it to be used in a fair and just manner.
Policy states no permission is needed from the parents. That was one of the biggest points of contention.
I'm personally still not comfortable with it. I just think, as a first step in this area, it's a reasonable request to say we need to go to a permission system.
Tammy Parsons attended tonight, even though she doesn't even have a child in a county school.
I think it's an issue for society in general, not just any city school, but for me, myself as a parent, and having a child that may possibly go to another school system that has this policy, then it definitely becomes a concern for me.
If a kid goes to school with a bruise on him and he says, "Boy, my daddy done it," or "My mama done it," they're going to be in jail, the next day. I don't think no teacher ought to be able to paddle them either.
Now, the school board chairman did tell me that they will have the principals generally try to notify a parent when they do paddle a child, and they also will respect the request of a parent who doesn't want their child paddled at all. But remember, these are unofficial policies. That's why the school board is having a planning committee in November to re-examine the official policy of corporal punishment. In Rutherford County, Miriam Nabazad, Channel 4 News.
Miriam, thanks. The grandmother's lawyer did not return our phone calls, and school officials say they will not comment on pending litigation.